stage, as far as propellant that is. It also burns RP1 and LOX. Following the deployment of the Starlink satellites, there will be one final burn of that engine for the deorbit burn, helping to drive the upper stage back into the atmosphere where it will burn up and help to eliminate the risk of creating any unnecessary space debris on this particular flight. Finally, at the top of the Falcon 9 stack are the payload fairings. Those of you watching a Launchpad Live earlier today, you may have noticed the pair of fairings that cruised on by Pad 39A in preparation for a future mission, likely right here at Pad 40. Fairings are 13.1 meters or 43 feet tall and 5.2 meters or 17.1 feet in diameter. The fairing halves will be recovered a little bit further downrange from where the first stage booster lands on the drone ship, a short fall gravitas. They gently splash down to the waters of the Atlantic Ocean under the support of steerable parachutes. Less than 9 minutes to go here before this Falcon 9 rocket is ready to take flight. And coming up in less than 2 minutes, about a minute and a half actually now at this point, is when the engine chill down sequence will get underway. Always a busy time here in the Sunshine State when it comes to space-related activities. Not happening today, but something that occurred very recently was part of the training for the upcoming flight of the Crew 11 mission to the International Space Station. And the crew happened to stop and pose for some photos along the way as they got their tour. This picture snapped in Hangar X, I believe, is where they're standing in front of this Falcon booster. Usually a crew will take a photo with not necessarily the booster that they will fly aboard, but just as part of their tour ahead of their planned mission. This is actually the second time that Commander Zena Cardman is taking a series of photos like this, since, of course, she was the original commander for her own mission, Crew 9, that launched back last September. Long story short, she was pulled from that mission to make room in part for the return of NASA astronauts Butch Wilmore and Sonny Williams, and so now she's serving as the commander of Crew 11. This picture gives you a nice sense of scale, but let's go ahead and punch into another one, give you a view of the crew that's going to be flying on the Crew 11 mission. From left to right, you're looking at Roscosmos cosmonaut Oleg of the Starliner 1 flight. Moving down the line, there is Zena Cardman, aforementioned former commander of Crew 9, current commander of Crew 11. And finally, on the right-hand side of the frame, you're looking at JAXA astronaut Kimiya Yui. Yui was believed to have been training for the Starliner 1 mission, though he was never formally announced as part of the Starliner 1 crew. Starliner 1 is the designation for the first certified crew rotation mission of Boeing's Starliner spacecraft. That announcement, you're hearing some of the periodic loudspeaker announcements that we hear at the press site that's coming over from the vehicle assembly building. One last image I want to share with you, just a perk of being a NASA astronaut getting ready to fly on board SpaceX Crew Dragon coming up later down the road. You get the chance to go to the top level of their crew access tower and take a look at another Falcon rocket before it made its flight. And a nice little preview of what the Crew 11 shirts will look like once those become available. I want to go back and just take a quick peek at what you see Mike Fink sporting. That is the commercial crew shirt in the SpaceX variant, of course. Coming up on 4.5 minutes before the planned liftoff of this Falcon 9 rocket.
For Stromback retrack.
And
Falcon 9 is in startup. Launch director, go for launch. T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 15. T-minus T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition, and liftoff. Go SpaceX, go Starlink.
Vehicle is pitching downrange. Stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
Falcon 9 power and telemetry are nominal.
Vehicle is supersonic. Max Q. And back chill started. Main engine cutoff.
Stage separation confirmed.
And back ignition.
Fairing separation confirmed.
Stage 1 entry burn startup.
Stage 1 FTS is saved.
Stage 1 entry burn shutdown.
Stage 2 FTS is saved.
Stage 1 transonic.
Stage 2 terminal guidance.
Stage 1 landing burn. Stage 1 landing leg deploy. Stage 1 landing confirmed.
Impact shutdown. Nominal orbit insertion.